Hi, I'm Ivy Levitt-Carlson. I'm the biomedical technology teacher at the Hewitt Technical Center. Biotech is an awesome and cutting-edge class. Biotechnology is defined as the use and manipulation of organisms, their parts, and their products to solve a human want or need. And if that doesn't sound real familiar, I would ask you to consider this. What is insulin? Well, insulin is a chemical that is ordinarily made by the body that helps regulate your blood sugar. But if you have diabetes, your body doesn't make enough of it or it doesn't make it at all. So how do we get that chemical? Well, we use biotech. Today, we can use Chinese hamster ovary cells or bacterial cells, and we can insert a human gene for insulin production into those cells. Therefore, we're using a cell to create a product that humans need. Those cells, Chinese hamster ovary cells or bacterial cells, then pump out mass quantities of insulin that we can purify and make into a life-saving drug. That's biotech. So in my class, students are going to start with some basic micropipetting skills. They're going to learn basic scientific process, and they're going to be engaged in real scientific inquiry. At the end of the unit, I'm going to give them 3 bacterial samples, and they're going to have to design experiments in order to figure out what they are and what they do. In our second unit, we do chemistry, and students will, by the end of that unit, be able to mathematically calculate, and then create all of the solutions they need for the rest of the year. So in my biotech lab, you make all of your own solutions that you then need in order to conduct further labs. In our third unit, things really get going because we get to start doing simple and then fourth unit advanced DNA technologies. In this unit, students will be asking a teacher to donate a DNA sample. It's usually in a tube, or we will get them from a biotech firm if we're concerned about COVID still at that time. And they're going to find out some genetic information about that individual. They will act as a 23andMe sort of business where they will they'll pitch what they can do with that person's DNA in terms of identification, find a willing participant, usually a teacher, and then prepare a sample report of what they have learned about that person's DNA. And the genes that we're going to be looking at are 2 genes about athletic performance, a gene about your ability to perceive bitter flavors, and a gene that governs whether or not you are a social person or more of a loner. So kind of neat stuff that we get to do in a high school level class. Our final unit of the year is all about proteins, because while DNA is the flash and the stuff that's exciting, proteins are where the money is made in a biotech industry. So we'll be learning about some simple and complex diagnostic tests that you can do. We will be learning about something called protein electrophoresis, and we will have a chance to figure out what is in a seafood salad, because believe it or not, it is not a wide range of seafood. So we're going to be doing some really advanced stuff in this class throughout the year. Kids will have an opportunity to meet with some industry professionals. They'll have an opportunity to wrestle with some kind of complex ethical questions with biotech. And for our very last thing that we will do this year, students will have an opportunity to do CRISPR, which is gene editing on bacteria. And we do that in a safe environment, in a really controlled way. But kids get to do some really cutting edge stuff. I'm real excited to have your student in class. If you'd like to contact me, there are 2 ways to do that that are kind of the most straightforward. The first is to call Laconia High School, which is 524-3350. My extension is 4646. Or you can email me at ilevittcarlson@laconiaschools.org. I look forward to hearing from you, and I can't wait to meet you at parent-teacher conferences, which are scheduled in November. Take care.